hands are sweaty, man's. Hi, this is Tudor. Today I'll teach you how to make this abstract particle effect that you probably saw before on Instagram but have no idea how to make.
This is not good!
Alright, so a while ago I made this video about how much I love the glitch mob. You can click up there to watch it. And a lot of people really like this scene where everything turns into some abstract ass version of reality made out of particles. We'll teach you how to make it. And since that last video was too pretentious, even for my own self, I think it's time to change the mood. I got bored of doing the same shit. Let's fucking go. Alright, let's go, Dick. Here's what you need. Location, camera, laptop, hands, free, paid or pirated software of your choice. Alright, so what actually is this effect? What we're actually doing here is a thing called photogrammetry. It's the process in which talented 3D artists capture hundreds of high-resolution pictures of real-life objects or environments and then use software to calculate the camera position in 3D space, render resource-intensive things called point clouds, transform them into 3D meshes, to then be used in the shitty game you play on a Friday night, eating Cheetos, trying to feel the existential dread. Okay, so since we're not talented 3D artists with PCs armed with RGB LEDs for extra speed, I think it's time to do the dollar store version. And in my opinion, this version looks even more artsy than the high quality stuff. Step 1. Get your ass out of bed. Step 2. Get your camera. It doesn't have to be fancy stuff. I've previously used my Samsung A50 to achieve quite nice results. Actually, the shittier the camera, the better in this situation, because we're not going for the high detail look, we're going for the rough, artsy look. I've personally used my camera, the Canon SL2, to achieve this effect initially, to match it to real footage, but for the sake of this tutorial, I will use my phone to achieve this effect, so now you dickwits complaining about not having a DSLR can't say shit. Step 3. Get a location. As a rule of thumb when choosing a location is to not be too big or too bland. The way the software calculates the points in 3D space is by using the parallax of moving objects and by tracking the color data of the environment's object's texture. Great, so for the location I chose this depressing ass apartment building from the time Romania lost its virginity to the commies. Get your phone ready. Open your phone's camera app. Close it. That shit's whack. Open Google Play and search for Open Camera. Install it. Good, so now that you have a somewhat better camera app, it's time to lock the exposure, set the focus to infinity, set the frame rate to 24, choose the maximum resolution your phone allows, set the white balance to your scene's needs, and we're done. Ready to shoot. Start recording. Circle around the scene trying to get as many of the details you want in your final scene as possible while making sure to have as little motion blur in your video. Awesome! Step 4. Go back home, open your computer, transfer the video to your local storage, open up DaVinci Resolve or any other video editing software of your choice, import the video, go to the delivery page, in the render settings where it says format, choose TIFF to save it as sequential images. Click render and wait. Okay, done. Open up the folder where you saved everything and look at the bottom left corner to see how many images you have. If it's above 500 images, this shit will take a long ass time to transform into a point cloud. So what you can do is re-render the video at a lower frame rate so we get rid of some frames. Now, if you want the free software, Google Meshroom. If you want the paid software, Google Metashape. I'm using the demo version. Install it, open it, click on workflow to add your pictures, and then click on workflow again to align them. Okay, so if you recorded the video, it's best to click sequential order and go. Now, go make yourself a cup of tea. You'll have to wait a while. Okay, it's done. And it looks like shit. That's because we're not done, dick. Click once again on workflow to build the dense cloud. I recommend using these settings or even lower settings to achieve a more artsy look. And go. Now, if your CPU fan starts sounding like a plane, you are doing things right. And it's done. Wait, no, it looks like shit. No, it doesn't. Press this shit. Hey, we finally have something. Now that we're done, click export, choose .pts and we're ready to go. Great, now download the Epic Games Launcher, install the newest version of Unreal Engine, search for the LiDAR point cloud plugin on the Unreal Marketplace, realize that it only works for fucking Unreal 4.24, Jesus fucking Christ Epic, install 4.24, create a new project, enable the plugin, import the point cloud, place it into your scene, and hey, we've got something sick. You can now play around with the settings on the right. I recommend playing with the gain for the exposure and the color settings for the white balance if your white balance was off when recording. You can now rotate it around, add some lights, make it night, add a level sequence, keyframe a camera around, hit render, and boom, we've got something sick. Well, that's about it. If you like this video, give it a like. If you think it's stupid, just give it a dislike. Subscribe for more or just don't. And maybe hit that fucking bell icon for God's sake. If you'd like me to make an Unreal Engine tutorial for beginners, tell me in the comments below. See you in the next one.